Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here, and as you can see, I have collected all 50 of the security drones around the system. So in this video, what I want to show you is what is behind the door in Operation Seraph Shield once you get all 50. But the main thing to note is this is for the week of December 27th. So you are going to have to do a little bit of kind of glitching, not really, but you all have to do a little bit of glitching to be able to get through the laser barrier doors, because as you can see, I did not pick the laser barrier upgrade. Next week I will, and then you'll just be able to walk through the laser barriers. This week I chose the security clearance door because you can't really open doors that are not open, but you can kind of glitch through the laser barriers and get by them. Now, if you chose to tactical armor this week, guess what? Just wait till next week and you're going to be able to walk through the laser barriers, open the security doors, and you'll be able to do it fine. You're just going to have to wait till next week. It is not a big deal, so don't worry too much about this one. Just wait a week. But for the security clearance doors, if you choose this one and you can open the doors, you can actually glitch through the laser barriers, and I'll show you a couple different ways to do that. One of them involves an Eager Edge sword, so if you've got that, that is the easiest. The others involve your abilities, like a Titan shoulder charge, for example, is one of them. Hunter Blink, I know confirmed works with my chat. Icarus Dash on Warlocks. All three of those work, but the abilities are a little more finicky. I think the Titans is probably the hardest with the shoulder charge. You could probably do it on other classes. But my biggest recommendation is if you have any sword with Eager's Edge, just bring it with you. It makes this whole getting through laser barriers a cakewalk. And when you open the door after you collect all 50, there are 3 laser barriers in a row and a couple are close together. And I was struggling just to get my Titan shoulder charge to work. When I switched over to my sword with Eager's Edge, it was painless. And I'll show you guys that once we get in there. So honestly, my recommendation, if you don't have the sword and maybe you're just stuck on a Titan, wait a week and you'll be able to walk in, not a problem. But again, it's just a week, so no big deal. And then you'll be able to have both security clearance and tactical armor, and you just walk through everything. So if you did pick security clearance, you can get a lot of these. Otherwise, just pin this video for next week, and you'll be able to find all 50. I have already showed you where all 50 of the security drones are at. That is in a separate video. It's up on the, you can click on the link that's showing up right now. I'll also pin that thing in the description and all that stuff so you guys can find that video. I've already done a video on all 50. You'll even see it at the end so you can see how to get there. Once you have all 50, you can get behind the door, and my goal in this video is to show you what's behind the door. Cool little Easter egg, so I hope you guys enjoy this one. So let's jump in. Alright, so if you have the buff and you see this in a future week, you're just going to be able to walk through the laser barriers. So this really is only going to be effective for a week, but the idea is I still want to show you how you can get through them if you want to do this early. Now, as a Hunter, you can Blink, Warlock, you can Icarus Dash, and a Titan, you can shoulder charge. I would say Titan might be the hardest because you got to get some momentum to it, but the idea is at the top of a single jump. So up here, I can, like, if I do my shoulder charge near the top of the jump, I can get through. For whatever reason, doesn't count me hitting a laser. Maybe I'm like frame small, whatever. It just somehow works. But if you just go on the floor, you'll die. So it's like if, and again, it's pretty finicky. I've had plenty of times where I die as well. But if you do it at the top of a jump, you can get through. Now, it doesn't always work. Sometimes in small spaces, it's kind of tough to get off. Kind of like that. Same idea there. Now, probably the better way and the more reliable way, and honestly the one that I would say is worth trying to do this week, is the sword. It's any sword that you can get that has Eager Edge on it. So if you have one saved, you'll be good. Now, the main reason is it's just so much easier because there's no real issues with it. You just switch, swing, and you're done. That easy. That's how you get through a laser barrier. Very, very simple. You can try Blink, you can try Icarus Dash, you can try Shoulder Charge. When you get to all 50 collected and you get to the door with all 50 and you open that, there are 3 laser barriers in a row, and it is hard to get enough momentum and also get your jump off for a Titan Shoulder Charge. I had to use my Eager Edge to get through one certain section. So again, if you're just doing it by abilities, especially on a Titan alone, you might wait till next week and not worry about this, but you might want to save the rest of this guide because I'm going to show you what happens when you open all 50 now. So laser barriers, you can get through them if you want to. Eager Edge is probably the easiest way, but you are technically able to, with your abilities, get through if you can time the jump right. But it is a rather finicky, as you guys can see. So it can be done, but I've also died many times trying with the shoulder charge. And the final room, which I'm going to show you guys now, is hard to get through if you don't have an Eager Edge sword. So my recommendation, if you don't have the sword, probably wait, but you can get it done. It just takes a whole lot of trying and patience. Let's see if I can get the last one out of here. There you go. I literally just have to be at the top of my jump. So now let's move on ahead and I'll show you what's behind the big door of all 50 collected. Alright, so this is a quick explanation of how a security door works. You're going to have a little red panel that you're going to come up and access, and this is only once you have the security door buff, and you're going to have a little projection, but they're both basically showing which symbol you need to shoot. So you're going to access the console. All I need looks like a letter B and 3 little triangles. So I got to find that symbol around the room on these little projections that show up. So I've got one there. So we've got one on that panel, and that's the one I need to find, and I've got one back here. So shoot this one first. Then go back and look, and you'll see kind of like the glowing things, what you need to shoot next, and also the red little panel is going to show you the correct symbol as well. So it looks like this one was over here. And the last one is just that little top section, and that's this one. Literally all you need to do is find the 3 symbols. You got about 45 seconds to shoot them. It'll open a door, and you'll be able to get whatever's behind it. So that's a security door, fairly simple and easy. Alright, so if you have all 50, and you get to this point where you fight kind of the hive drinker for the second time, kind of in this small room, kind of basically just nuke him with everything you got, you'll see this door off to the left-hand side. And if you have all 50 of them, every one of these little lights is going to be lit up. And you should be able to open this terminal. Now, when you open this, you're going to be greeted by multiple laser grids. And this is where I struggled as a Titan to get through here. So for me, the Eager's Edge Sword is almost like required for me to get through this section. But that's just me, because I was struggling, and it gets really tight. Like, I got through the first one, but then the second and third were much more difficult. So if you place it right, you can get through that one, and then more easily should be able to get through this one. And again, if you don't have an Eager's Edge Sword, then just wait a week and you'll be able to get through those. It's just those two right there together. Basically, I had to build up my momentum in there and try and get through, but also not get myself killed by both of those. So I was just struggling with that. You may do better at it, but again, if you are struggling, don't overdo it too much. Try like the first laser door, and if you can't get through the first laser door, you don't need to go most of the way through the mission. Wait a week and we'll be able to just walk through these easily. But when you get through here, you've got another security door. This is why you have to have the security door clearance to make this possible anyway. So security door clearance is the one I recommend first if you're seeing this now. If you already picked the lasers, wait a week and you'll just be able to walk through both, and you won't even have to worry about glitching anything. So I need the little B shape. I need the circle. Where's the circle? Circle. Back up. Usually it's not that hard to spot these things. Okay. I know I found it before. Oh, it's right there. Yep, it is farther back. And then the third one is going to be this one right here. So I barely got it in time, but yeah, that one's a little farther. So again, you've got the 50 security drones that you've got, and you've got a teleporter. And when you go through, it's going to get a little crazy. So this is the maintenance structure. Again, if you ever had any vertigo, this mission is probably not for you. But you're going to notice some little paw prints, and it's kind of a great little thing that they did here with this quest. Now, if you hear anything mechanical above you, there's actually some structures up there that do make a little bit of noise. So you can just follow the path that I'm on. You have a few turrets in here, so bring something good for turrets. You can shoot them. I prefer my grenade launcher. It's just quicker. But again, if I switch over, I'll probably be out of ammo. I have a little bit of ammo, but not a bunch. And then when you get here, you got two options. You can head over to that doorway, which is mostly just a troll, or you can head this way, which is your proper direction. I did the other one first, and it just teleports you right back to where I was. So up and over this one, got a turret here. I'll probably run out of ammo, and I'll have to shoot some of these as we get farther ahead. And we just have a bit of a jumping puzzle to get through. Nothing too dramatic, but you will have turrets throughout here, so just be aware that they're going to be out there. I'm just literally using revision 0 on these things. There's a turret around this corner. You can see the little lasers looking for you. Go. peek around this corner. There's a door over there. I'm just doing on a normal Titan jump, nothing crazy, no exotics to get around. You got a good grenade, that'll work. Storm grenades are only okay on those turrets. Now what you're going to be doing is falling down, but you do get a little bit of guidance. See the red light versus the white light? Go on the white light side, and when you fall, you know you're going to be going the right direction. So it does give you a little bit of guidance. Now, again, red, don't go down there. Actually, I think you have to go down here. But when you do it, you want to jump onto this pipe and jump across. There we go. Because you do not want to fall down. That stuff's just going to kill you. So falling down here, again, skip the red gap, jump on across. Again, look, you've got two sections that are lit up in white, one with red in the middle. So go on either side and you should be okay. Here, a turret, so just be ready. Sadly, no crits on those guys. There's some heavy. Makes life a little quicker. Alright, now this is probably one of the more difficult points. What you're trying to do is get down to that little door platform down there. So my advice is try and thread between this pipe here and this pipe here as you fall. So as you go down, try and go slightly to the right and then slightly to the left, and then start slowing your fall. Hug the wall here. You should be able to land. If you fall, you're pretty much going to start back up at just the top of this section and fall again. It's not that big of a deal. And this is it. This is the ending. And what's going to be in here is a surprise. Now, I'm not going to show you what's in here because actually it's not here when you get here and you've already done it one time. But what I'm going to say is when you get here, you got a nice little surprise. It's just kind of a cute treat that they put in the game for the collectibles. You already will have got, try to see if I can speak correctly for grammar. So again, if you get all of the drones, like every one of them, you get your new Sparrow that you're going to be able to use. And then if you come over here, Guardian's best friend is going to be your hint. I'm just going to give you that one. But your Sparrow looks pretty cool. So this is your Archangel's refit. Definitely a Warmind looking Sparrow with like the Warmind effects out the back. It's actually pretty cool. So that's what you get for getting all 50 for the Triumphs. And then when you come in here, you get a little bonus. So what you're going to want to do is go through here. You're going to activate the protocol it says when you walk up. Nothing's going to hurt you. And then when you go through the teleporter, it's just going to pop you right back into this room and you can continue the mission. So if you did want to finish it, maybe you're running it for the first time, you definitely can. After this, my recommendation, go back into the helm once you've, gone all the way to the bottom of what's behind here, and go to the helm and you'll see the other part of the secret. So it's a nice little treat. That should show you guys how to get there. And if you enjoyed this video, managed to actually have it not too spoilery, but a hint in there, drop a like below if you got comments or questions or anything like that. Let me know if you like this type of little secret, little Easter egg that they did. So I could see some people really liking it. I could see other people not being, as keen on it. It's probably just a preference thing. But that is all I got on this one. So if you guys want to find me on Twitter or Twitch, it's Ebontis right here. Again, if you enjoyed it, drop a like, leave a comment, even if it's just to say hello. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button, hit the alert bell. Many more guides coming to you. The closer we get to Lightfall, we will be busy, and Lightfall is going to be crazy busy. So hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.